The usual landscape on Beerus's planet, with giant trees and serene lakes, being devastated by shockwaves. The sky's not blue, but flickers violently between a purple destruction and a divine silver. In the center of a smoking crater, two figures collide at speeds the eye cannot follow. Vegeta, covered in wounds, breathing difficult, but smiling like a maniac with arrogance that characterizes him in combat. In front of him, Goku floated with his eyes closed, a silvery aura calm but intense.
Kakarot, is that all? Your precision bores me. Strike me with intent to kill or get the hell out of my sight.
Goku opens his eyes, silvery pupils showing no emotion. There is a restlessness, an imperceptible trembling in the hands. It's not enough. Ultra Instinct. It's reactive. It's calm, but there's something beyond the destruction. Whis and Beerus watch from a distant hill eating pizza, but Whis stopped chewing. His staff glows, a warning sign. Mr. Beerus, do you notice that?
Goku's ki is fluctuating. He's not running out of energy. It's like I was looking for a different frequency, one that doesn't belong to this universe.
Some time ago, he asked me about the origin of angels, about what was there before Zeno-sama. I warned him not to meditate on the pre-existing emptiness.
That idiot. Goku, stop right now!
Goku floats in the black void. No stars or sound. In front represents his Ultra Instinct fading. I've always broken my limits. Super Saiyan God, Blue, Ultra Instinct. But I always depend on the gods, from the angels. What if the real power doesn't come from light? What if it comes from nowhere? A crack appears, and it's not shining. It's just absence. A dark color, darker than black. Ancient, toneless voice resonates, but in his atoms. The voice of the void protection is a chain. Kindness is weakness. To be absolute, you gotta stop being you. Goku extends his hand towards the crack. Desiring power, his addiction to fighting surpasses his logic and touches the crack. Time stands still. The birds freeze. Water stops flowing. Goku screams, but not a guttural cry for effort. It's one of agonized pain, as if his soul was being ripped. The silvery aura of the Ultra Instinct becomes polluted. Black veins like vivid Indian ink began to climb from his feet, covering his orange gi, tearing it. Silver hair darkens, turning gray, dull and dead.
What the hell, Kakarot? Your ki disappeared. I don't feel anything.
Oh no, Beerus, attack him now, before the metamorphosis is complete.
What? It's Goku!
He's not Goku anymore. Beerus recognized the panic in his master's voice, lunges with Haki in his right hand.
Forgive me, Goku. Haki!
The energy of destruction, able to erase anything, impacts squarely on Goku's chest. There is an explosion of purple, then silence. The smoke dissipates. Goku standing, the Haki absorbed. In his chest where the blow hit, there's a symbol glowing a dark crimson red. Goku looks up. Eyes not silver. The sclera is black. Iris is bright blood red with vertically torn pupils. Destruction. A primitive concept, Beerus. Vegeta, driven by the instinct of survival and fury, launches himself against this entity.
Don't make fun of the god of destruction. Final glow.
A massive purple ray consumes Goku, but he just walks through the lightning. Energy dissolving, touching his grayish skin. Goku is in front of Vegeta with no apparent movement. Grabs him by the neck with one hand.
Impossible!
You're always the second one, Vegeta. And this new order, you don't even exist. Goku squeezes, bones in his neck breaking. He throws him like a dirty rag, creating a geological canyon on the planet. Vegeta loses his transformation, becoming unconscious and on the verge of death.
You bastard!
Beerus unleashes all his power, a purple aura covering the planet. Throwing himself in hand-to-hand combat, Beerus punches, kicks, and uses energy tails. Goku blocks everything with a finger, with a look of absolute boredom. Before, these shots would have thrilled me. Now, they're like a fly. Goku lands a punch to Beerus' stomach. The shockwave so strong it cracks the atmosphere, sending shockwaves into space. Beerus spits out blood and falls to his knees, eyes rolling. Whis appears behind Goku, attempting to hit a pressure point on his neck to knock him out. Sleep, Goku. Whis' staff stops millimeters from his neck. An invisible barrier made of pure distorted reality stops him. Goku turns, unnaturally looking at Whis. Angels can't fight without being erased by their laws. Right, Whis? Sad limitation. Goku snaps his fingers. A reverse gravitational force pushes Whis off the planet, launching into deep space at light speed. The High Priest Daishinkan serving tea to the Xenos stops. A teacup cracks in his hand.
Daishinkan, you broke the cup! Yes, you broke it. Are you scared?
My lord, something happened in Universe 7. A law of reality has been violated. A moral access to the negative energy of the origin.
Is that bad?
It's unforgivable. If I don't intervene, the infection will spread to the 12 universes in hours. Existence will rot.
Daishinkan walks to the exit, a blue halo on his head with blinding intensity.
Allow me to leave. I have to purge.
The planet of Beerus was reduced to debris. Corrupt Goku floats in the vacuum of space. He doesn't need air. His presence obscures the nearby stars. Constellations fade in their wake. Goku raises his hands towards Earth, looking like a distant blue dot. Earth, the source of my attachments. I have to cut them off. If I delete it, nothing will blind me to humanity. It charges a black, small red sphere of energy, about the size of a marble with the density of a black hole. A column of heavenly light descends on him. The light so pure it burns the surrounding darkness. This light emerges Daishinkan, floating in his hands, behind his back, small stature contrasting to his omnipotent presence.
Son Goku, you're gone too far.
Goku stops his attack and looks at the High Priest, a smile on his face.
The High Priest, the power ceiling of the multiverse. Finally, a test.
This is not a test, Mortal, it's an execution. You touch the key of the primordial demon. You're no longer a warrior, you're cancer.
Cancer? The evolution. The angels and gods maintain status quo. I walk through the door.
So the guardian of order, it is my duty to close it.
Daishinkan raises a finger.
Divine technique, dimensional imprisonment.
A transparent crystal cube similar to the Tournament of Power one, but infinitely more complex, materializes around Goku. Goku looks at the walls, touches the glass, it burns.
Do you think a box can hold me?
Goku roars, aura exploding, the entire Universe 7 shaking. Earth volcanoes erupt and seas overflow by the vibration of the key. Daishinkan's cube cracks. Daishinkan's eyes open slightly, showing genuine surprise.
You surpass the authority of an angel. This is a problem.
The cube explodes. Goku throws himself towards Daishinkan, not with teleportation, but folding the space to be instantly in front of him. A punch. Daishinkan blocks it, but the impact creates a wave, instantly erasing 3 galaxies. The shockwave pushes Daishinkan back a few centimeters.
You've touched me. Congrats. Now you'll experience a real abyss.
Daishinkan releases his aura, not a combat aura, one of absolute authority. The space becomes white.
Your existence ends here, Son Goku.
Try it! I want to see if you're like it. Put out my darkness!
They throw themselves at each other. The energies make the screen go white, and the sound of the universe breaking resonates. The protector becomes the threat. With the gods of destruction overcoming the angels in check, the fate of all existence hangs in the balance. Reality within a radius of several light years has fractured. Space looks like a broken mirror. Black cracks in the void with impossible colored dimensions are glimpsed. No stars, just cosmic dust from used to be galaxies. At the center, 2 forces collide.
He's in the order that's not fire. Black and crimson vortex that seems to be stuck out in the surrounding light. Gray skin covering the throbbing veins that flow like dark lava.
He maintains a small stature, but his sky blue halo behind his head spins, emitting electric sparks trying to maintain the cohesion of reality.
They're at a standstill. Goku's hands push Daishinkan's.
Are you sorry, Father of Angels? The order you cherish so much is a thin layer of paint over chaos.
Goku increases his pressure. Daishinkan's arms tremble slightly. The invisible energy on the ground cracking.
You understanding limits, Saiyan. Chaos is simply clay that we can't mold.
Daishinkan performs a fluid movement, deflecting Goku's brute force and launching a quick and precise kick to Goku's chin. The impact sounds like a bell. Goku doesn't blink. His head barely moves an inch.
Boring. Goku grabs Daishinkan's leg and pulls it back. With brutality, he uses it like a sledgehammer, stamping the High Priest against one of the cracks. Daishinkan goes through the crack, disappearing for a second and reappearing thousands of kilometers away, regaining posture instantly, though his ceremonial suit has a small tear on the shoulder.
You damaged the sacred garment. The number of your sins increase.
The most sacred planet in the universe should be out of reach of fighting is falling apart. Sky a sickly color, reflecting the battle. Earthquakes shake the surface. Shin and Kaio are on the ground, unable to get up due to the gravitational pressure. The crystal ball in the center of the table has crumbled to dust. Old man, I can't feel Goku's ki. I can't feel the universe either. It's as if everything's dissolving in acid. It's not divine ki, boy. A deadly ki is not the anti-ki. The energy that existed before Zeno-sama. Let there be light. Goku, fool open Pandora's box that unsealed the throne of the king of everything. But the great priest, he should be able to stop this in an instant. If Daishinkan doesn't stop him in the next 5 minutes, it won't matter who wins. The structure of the 12 universes will collapse to the stress of the battle. Daishinkan decides to change tactics. He floats majestically, crossing his arms, eyes shining brightly.
Angelic Law 4. Localized temporal reversal.
A transparent energy dome surrounds Goku. Inside, the time flows backwards. Daishinkan's intention is to revert Goku to a state before touching the rift. The black veins on Goku's body recede, gray hair lightening to a silver one.
Go back to the ignorant mortal you were.
Time? The void has no time. Goku opens his mouth and bites the fabric of time. A gruesome crackling resounds as the temporary energy dome shatters like glass. Corruption floods the body with double intensity. Goku disappears, speed brilliant. He appears directly behind Daishinkan, whispering, "Your laws only appear to what Zeno created. I no longer belong to his creation." Goku claps his hands together in a downward hammer blow. Daishinkan raises both arms to block. The force compresses space, creating a micro black hole between his arms. Daishinkan's hurled down at a speed that defies physics, traversing 5 abandoned solar systems in the blink of an eye, destroying them with just a step. Daishinkan stops dead in the middle of the nebula. For the first time, he's breathing with a slight agitation. A fine thread of silvery blood runs down the corner of his mouth. He wipes it with a finger, looks at the blood with indecipherable expression. His face changes. The mask of polite serenity falls. What's underneath is a cold, frightening antiquity.
I see. Containment's not an option. I failed to my duty to protect creation without altering it.
He looks up where Goku slowly descends as a predator, sure of his victory.
Goku, you've achieved the impossible. You forced me to remember that before I was a priest, I was the first warrior of Zeno-sama.
Daishinkan closed his eyes, palms together in a prayer position. The universe hums, not a violent sound, but harmonic, as if billions of crystal choirs were singing the same perfect note. The blue halo behind his head begins to expand and multiply. Divided into 3, then 6, forming complex geometric patterns behind his back.
Restriction release, level 0.
His ceremonial clothing, the uniform he's worn since the beginning, disintegrates into light. No deadly skin underneath, a body of alabaster white, almost translucent. Through his skin, miniature galaxies can be seen rotating where his organs should be. Eyes open, no longer pupils or irises, wells of pure light that contain birth and death of stars. From his back, 6 gigantic wings emerge. Not of feathers, wings of hard geometrical light, sharp cosmic blades that pulse with the power of creation itself. The pressure emanating from him is not like Goku's. It's absolute. It's a feeling of being undeniable truth. Goku's corruption seems to recede slightly before the light. Daishinkan enters true form, Seraphim mode.
Behold, creature of the void. This is the karmic authority. From this moment, every action you take will be judged and returned instantly.
Corrupt Goku's in a new form. Blinded by the glare, his corrupt nature hates light. Roaring, a sound that makes his fury and pain, launches into attack. I don't care about your lights! Die! Goku throws a punch loaded at the power of the void straight at Daishinkan's face. The fist connects, Daishinkan doesn't move. The instant it touches his skin, Goku's arm explodes into a black blood. What? What have you done to me?
I warned you, karmic authority. The intention of violence you directed was reflected on your being, multiplied by the purity of my form. To hurt me, you've got to be willing to destroy yourself.
Goku looks at his regenerated arm, breathing heavily. His manic smile returns, more twisted. To destroy myself? I'm already broken. If that's the price to reach you, I'll pay it. Goku accumulates more dense amount of energy that his own blood begins to tear under the pressure. A comet of living darkness throwing himself against the seraph of light, ready to sacrifice his existence to stain perfection. Daishinkan extends his hand. One of the 6 wings break and transforms into a spear of pure light.
Then so be it. Divine execution, spear of inevitable fate.
They rush for the final meeting. Absolute darkness and absolute light. The universe holds its breath before the impact that could be the last. What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.